We'll see. See how it goes. Yesterday. Well, another day. Some more stuff that came out. Which isn't even new anymore. You know, when you start realizing that it's not even new. um, but it's funny because I had a video somebody sent me, uh, of whoever. Because the thing is the funny thing that I notice is, it's like when it's the important stuff, you never see Pam Bondi or Cash Patel there. But when it's anything to show up and make a publicity stunt, they're both always there. That's the one thing I started realizing. Whenever it comes to actually doing anything that this administration is supposedly like pursuing somebody that was doing something terrible or was committing like terrible actions, whenever this administration says something like that, uh, you notice who gets sent. It's never Pam Bondi trying to make sure it happens or Cash Patel, but if it's a picture piece that they had nothing to do with, yeah, they're gonna show up and populate. But I just find it funny with those two. But when you are asking whoever you send to the from the FBI and you send them into a committee questioning basically, and you don't make sure that that person has at least part of the information, like even if you have a little bit of the information, that I think would help. Just have some sort of information showing that you know what you're talking about when you got sent to this committee. Because literally you're representing the FBI, but the FBI is now being asked, like, yo, what is Antifa? Who is Antifa? Where is Antifa? Or like Drax in Marvel likes to say, why is Antifa? Like, you got to That's what I'm trying to figure out with that one. Because the thing is it's never a set thing. You never get the set information from there. So it's just like, where do we get this information from? What are we supposed to do? Because if the FBI can't tell you clearly who Antifa is, how is anybody supposed to designate people? The same way I've always had the same question. How is it that you know? Yeah, yeah, he was glitching like crazy. Like, it's crazy to me. That shit was just crazy. You couldn't even answer a simple question. I was just like, what do they look like? Who are they? Where in the US are they located? How many members do you know of them so far? I was just like, oh, it's still an active investigation. Active what, bro? How you deem something a terrorist organization, but you don't know who the leaders are, you don't know how many they are, you don't have any credible information as to what they are. Like, no credible information. No credible information is being basically portrayed or even stated in that, and that's why I find it crazy. I was just like, y'all using this as a, I don't even know what y'all using it as really. Because it's crazy to me. It's just like you're using this as a way to do what exactly? Because it's not doing much. It really isn't. But that's just, damn, my fucking ringing in my ear just went off crazy. Hold on. Shit. Dang. That shit isn't good when you have headphones that don't like audio, like the audio gets trapped in there, and then you just hear the fucking tinnitus reverberating. Fun times, y'all. Fun times. But it's just like, come on, man. If y'all gonna designate something, designate it the right way. It's the same. This is what I was gonna say, right? It's the same way I ask people, what does an undocumented person look like? It's the same fucking question that I've been asking, and nobody can tell me what an undocumented person looks like. Not because you heard them talk. Me sleep while we're quiet. Not cause you heard them talk. Not cause you see that they eat different food. No. How do you know what a undocumented person looks like? Just looking at them, not hearing them, not nothing. Just walking up to somebody and just being able to tell, oh, you're undocumented. How do you know that? So if you can't identify what an undocumented person is, how are you identifying an Antifa person if the FBI can't even tell you what the fucking Antifa is? Like, people really falling for this stuff, man? People really falling for this stuff. What's up, Soggy? I was like, it's just crazy to me that I was just like, you can't answer what Antifa is, because the thing is how do I know what Antifa is? I would like to know who Antifa is. I would like to know who the racists are too, but you don't deem them a terrorist organization. Never heard of the KKK being put as a terrorist organization, and they've been around for a while, terrorizing black people for a while. So don't know what to tell you there. I guess. I guess in those cases it's different. I guess that's how you feel like it. Well, it could be. I don't know. I don't know how to explain that to people. But yeah, that's what this administration has us wasting our time on. I was like, literally, that's all we're getting our time wasted on. So that's what it is. Joe, what up, Mel? Nah, it's just looking at it, because the thing is like you're trying to gather your cult following of MAGA to listen to you more, because you're trying to find more things that they're scared of or dislike to rile them up behind, because you're losing your power. You're losing your ability to keep bullshitting. You're losing the ability to keep lying to these people, and these people are starting to wake up and understand that, yo, you ain't doing nothing for them. So now you just have to try to find another way to agitate them to make them mad. Like, oh, look at what the Democrats are doing. Oh my God, be careful. They're terrible. You should never listen to them. Don't do that. Oh my God. Like, that's always the same fucking rhetoric. But then they never tell you about what they doing for you. That's why Republicans it's a different breed. I was like, you look at it in that manner, and it's just like, I'm sorry, I don't. I was just like, what have you been doing? Haven't done shit? Okay, so you ain't doing your job, but you find it easier to blame the other side because you haven't been able to do your job. Got it. Okay. That makes sense. It makes sense though. You don't think that makes sense? That makes total sense to me. No, no problem. They don't have, that's the thing. This administration doesn't have anything, because the thing is what they do have something on, they push on. What they don't have anything on, they don't really push on. They just do the little mockery and the little, catchphrase highlight so that people tune in. That's what it basically is. I was like, it just keeps on, the shit just keeps on growing. That's all it is. The stupidity is still there. The stupidity is still there. It's not going to go anywhere, unfortunately. Put that there, put this here. I was like, that's not gonna go anywhere. But the thing is the party itself, people don't want to do that, because the thing is there's some people that want to be actual politicians and do it for the long run. But the thing is them siding with their party is making them look terrible. Because a lot of these people are not going to be reelected, because of the fact that most of these people, and this is on both sides, this is for the Democratic and fucking Republican side. It don't matter what side it is. Both sides are going to have massive changes when it comes to balloting. Both sides is going to have major changes when it comes to balloting. It's not just like, oh, Republicans are going to be doing this, or Democrats are going to be doing that. It's going to be both sides that are going to be seeing a lot of changes, because you're going to see a lot of younger people trying to get into politics just to try to get rid of these old, antiquated, old ass people that don't seem to know what the fuck they doing. Nah, you still need a form of government, bro. You just need government that actually holds those that do shit against it accountable. That's what it is. That's literally what it is. There's no more to it. You don't need anything else besides that. You still need government, because government, when functioning and doing stuff properly, there's not this many issues. There's always issues with government. There's always going to be issues with government, but it's never issues like this for government. Simplicity of stuff like this, like people going broke, not getting paid enough, subsidies being removed, and all that stuff. That's not something we should be dealing with as a country like this. That's just fixing the grade that's in this country that a lot of these politicians have been bought off by. That's the honest truth. Just like people don't like to hear that shit, but that's what all that lobbying is, and sometimes it's more than lobbying. But at the end of the day, it's just like you still need the government to exist, but you just need those that break the law to be held accountable. That's it. I'm not trying to have no fucking straight up anarchy. This isn't fucking Mad Max. We ain't trying to have all that shit. That's crazy talk. That's crazy talk. Some like Mad Max shit. No, we still need fucking government. We still need the government to work as it's supposed to. Just that when people break the law, they get held accountable. People commit treason, they get punished for it. Hold on. Why is it not typing? People need to probably hold the, and that's the biggest thing. That's the biggest thing that we're dealing with right now. It's not that Dems aren't radical enough. It's just that we don't have enough people paying attention to it. That's the main thing. We don't have enough people paying attention to politics. Most people, like I said, most people only pay attention to politics when it comes to the president. That's it. It's the only time they pay attention to it. Oh shit, we gonna have a new president. Got to go out and vote. Besides that, they don't know shit about what's going on, what they seen, where they at, who's running. Is it Jasmine Crockett? Is she going for Senate now? Is she still a representative? With it? Like, I did not. Which one was that? Vegas. I play a lot of songs that I keep playing them all day, so I don't know. That's a lot. You know, I've seen how they're trying to. Maybe I don't know. Never. That's the thing. It's the old Democratic Party is upset at the fact that a lot of these older generation people don't want them in there no more because of the fact that these people are going to be outlived by whatever shit they fuck over. So these people are gonna fuck over the next generations, and they ain't even gonna be around to deal with it. So it's just like you have to get younger blood in there. You have to get younger people in there. You have to set, I wouldn't say set term limits, but set age limits. You don't need to set term limits, set age limits. Once you get to this age, you done off, bruh. If you hit 60 and you in Congress, you done, bruh. Sit. That's it. Once you hit 60, you out of office, bro. You going to retire. Go live on a beach somewhere. Do something with your fucking retirement fund and your fucking free pension and all that shit. The fuck out of Congress. At 60, that should be the fucking cutoff. 60. I don't need no term limits. Cause the thing is, if somebody decides to become a fucking senator at 22 and they make it all the way to fucking 60 and they've been doing a good job and they haven't been beat, I ain't got nothing wrong with that. But once that person hits 60, all right, time to go. I don't care what you're trying to push. Bernie Sanders, you holding up somebody's fucking seat. I'm sorry. I was like, you should be putting up a protege of somebody or finding somebody that can follow in your footsteps if you actually wanted to. You would be propelling somebody up right now. You way too old to still be doing this shit. You're still too old. They're like, you need somebody young enough that can go and talk to the masses, know how the internet works. Like, you see how Bernie looks so uncomfortable trying to talk in front of a damn camera, and it's just like, we're live. Yo, that's what I'm saying. It's just like, it's crazy to me. That's crazy. That's crazy to just keep watching like that. That's crazy. What up? What up? What up? What up? I was just like, that's the thing. Most people don't see that. I was just like, once you hit 60, you should be done. Once you hit 60 years old, you're done with Congress. That's it. You done. You have done what you needed to do for your country. At everything. Every federal level, 60. You become a fucking Supreme Court justice, 60, you done. You a federal judge, 60, you done. You a state judge, 60, you done. You running for mayor, 60, you done. That's it. That's the cutoff, 60. That's it. That's all we want, 60. 60 years old. You know why? Because you're not going to tell people, because what is it? The average age for us is what? 73 years old? Some of these motherfuckers is 80 still up in there. Like, bro, what? You could have had multiple different generations do something for their state in that whole time period. Especially if you're a senator and you've been in there for that long. 60, that's it. If we can do that, if we can do that and push that into society that's just like, hey, at 60, you cannot run for anything in federal government. That's it. 60 years old. Federal government, you should not be, you can't go for president after 60. Can't go for Congress, can't go for the House of Reps. I was just like, what you've done for your country, we appreciate, we thank you, but go fucking retire somewhere. Fuck out of politics. It don't matter what you do, nothing you will create now, you will get to see in its entirety. Let some fresh ideas get in there. Like, come on, man. I was just like, look, you can't tell me because this is another thing. You want to talk about representation, right? Why is it that representation is only like it's only two people, right? But then the age is never put into that demographic. Because the thing is we should be represented by the average age of what the state is. Because then that's a better consensus of what's operating and what the, or maybe that's the fucking limit. Because if people's too old, you need some fresh blood in there. I was like, the thing is that nothing against the boomers, but this is against the boomers at times. It was just like a lot of these programs were created for that, for that generation. A lot of them did it. But the thing is a lot of them are now upset that the same people that used it, now the next generation is still using it and they want them to work harder to achieve the same thing when prices is nowhere near the same, wages don't amount to the same thing, and it's not the same thing. It was just like these people are working just as hard as you did, but can't afford to live the way you were able to work and make ends meet. But you leave it at that point, but you see it and it's just like, all right, this is how y'all gonna do it. Okay. And it's just like, but 60, you done. That's it. Because the thing is that doesn't stop term limits. Cause yo, if the person is doing a great job and nobody's taking over for him, that's a fucking politician we want to keep around. I don't want to say that it was just like, oh, term limits, and then it's just like if you got one politician that's been doing a good job, always pushing style, pushing the boundaries when it comes to new policies and stuff like that, pushing shit out, and then you notice he's doing good, why would you want to stop him at 2 terms? It's the same thing. I think it should be. I would say it should be the same thing for the president. But the president, I think, with 8 years, that's max. That should be fine. Yo, haven't seen you in a while, Brian. Good to see you, bro. I was just like, but yeah, that's the. Just on try to the Dems gotta get more credit. The thing is like you gotta remember most of these people that are still in these office, they don't know how to use a fucking cell phone. Like, really know how to use a cell phone? Come on, man. You know, one of their nephews or fucking grandkids fucking set up their fucking phone so they'd be able to FaceTime them. First time they got that shit. It's like, look, I got the new iPhone. How can we FaceTime? Fuck you do this. Fucking 3-year-old come out of nowhere and just be like, there you go, talk now. Type shit. It's just like, nah, come on now. We ain't doing this. We ain't doing this. And you in Congress still? I was like, you didn't take it as a as a signal that the fact that a 3-year-old had to help you how to use a piece of technology wasn't meant for you to get the fuck out of Congress. You didn't associate that. Dang, that's crazy. Crazy not to make an association like that. That's crazy. I would have thought you would have figured that out faster. Just like, but nah, holding up a slot. That's what it is. A lot of it is holding up a slot. And it's just like, it's the same thing that happens because it's funny when I look at it now. It's kind of like the same way how it was in the military. Because in the military, they have a certain amount of slots, they have a certain amount of positions. Now, if you have certain positions that are not trying to actually prosper, that are not trying to use their potential, that they're not trying to improve, they're basically holding up a slot because you still fall under a list, and that list is how you would get promoted to the next rank. So off of that list, if you not there, not making it, Juan comes in and says, first, we stop blaming other and look forward. Second, we continue to work with each other even if we disagree. That's hard to do when looking forward isn't what other people want to do. That's the thing. We ain't gonna stop blaming blaming each other and looking forward. How are we gonna do that if some people don't even know how to stop? They don't stop at any one of those two. They don't stop at the blaming or stop at the looking forward. You have extremes on both sides. But this level of extreme is different because you see both sides. You see both aspects. You see how the Democrats have some people that want to be loudmouths, and the rest of them seem like punk bitches. Then you got the Republican side where you have some that are like still Republicans, and then you got MAGA that is just fucking straight up fucking dumb, and then you have that side of it. So you have stupidity on both the Democratic side and on the fucking Republican side. You have an age problem on both sides, but there's a lot of young representation coming in. But on both sides, you have Democrats is trash, Republicans is trash. You too fucking old. You haven't done shit while there. And I was just like, it's hard to. That's why it's just like, how do we fix these things? Because you got to start looking forward at those ways of doing it. Because the thing is no matter what, this country's still gonna be a country, but it has to move forward with or without the understanding of some people actually wanting what's best for it. Because some people just want to fucking be hard headed, and some people just want to listen to the stupidity. When people start acknowledging that, hey, You're not benefiting from anything that's fucking happening right now. Not a fucking thing. You're not benefiting out of nothing out of it. That was just like, and then the thing is you just gonna want people to forget. That's what they're gonna want. They want people to forget. What's up, Jeanette? They're gonna want people to forget. They're gonna want people to not think about the fact that you voted for this and you wanted for this and you were cheering this on and you were supporting this the whole fucking time. Then all of a sudden I'm supposed to just stop and forget that you were okay with people being fucking kidnapped. You were okay with people being put in fucking detention centers. You were okay with people doing it the right way and being taken away. You were okay with kids being fucking locked up. You were okay with priests getting hit with pepper spray balls. You were okay with fucking police officers making sure to put pepper spray into the only opening of the fucking frog in a frog suit. Like, there's a lot of shit I gotta fucking forget. And that wasn't even the first part. Some of MAGA's okay with it. And you can stay okay with it. Just stay where you at with it. That's it. That's it. Cause people is just not gonna forget. I'm not gonna forget that face with that MAGA hat. We gonna tell y'all to keep fucking putting them shits on. Keep putting them shits on. Don't take them. Don't ever take that damn MAGA hat off. Should keep that shit on there forever. That's how proud you are. You should keep your MAGA hat on forever. Should never take your MAGA hat off. Should have your MAGA hat on all the time. You probably should even get the fucking the hat washing shit so you can wash your shit. Cause I know y'all don't be washing your hats. Sometimes you do, you just buy a new one, but some of y'all be having some dirty ass fucking MAGA hats. That shit don't even look red anymore. It's like a maroon fucking color. It's fucking disgusting. The thing is look, this is one thing that it was just like the news and people were just trying to make something bigger out of the whole thing of Trump's birthday about the public parks passes. Let's get this straight. His birthday falls on Flag Day. It wasn't his birthday. It just happens to be the same day, which is probably why he wanted to do it also. But his justification, it is Flag Day on his birthday. It wasn't that he just did it. Now, for him removing the MLK and the veteran shit, that I find fucking interesting and questionable. But the him doing it for Trump's birthday, nah, he didn't do it for his own birthday. It's Flag Day. That's the only justification. Even though it is for his birthday, we know that's why he did it. We know why he did it. But the removing of the other days, that I don't know why. Why would you remove Martin Luther King Day? What the fuck did Martin Luther King do? Is that part of the history that you don't want America to be known for? The assassination of a black man? I'm just saying. Because that's literally what it was. So you better not take those hats off. I'm not gonna forget. Ain't nobody forgetting your MAGA hat. But removing people's ability to fucking it's a national park, dude. Like my crazy thing is it's a national fucking park. That shit should be free for everybody. Fuck is anybody paying for a fucking national park? It's a national park. You're fucking American. You should be able to fucking travel to it, no problem. Just each place should have like a fucking burger joint or some shit so you can eat, sit down, get some souvenirs, and have that help fund the shit. But there should be no reason why national parks are fucking being charged for. The fuck? Like, how much does it really cost? That's just like it's so much shit that you could just change that is like so small that it makes such a big difference. Just like little things like that. Like, hey, you can go to national parks for free. Why wouldn't you want to go to a national park now? It's just like I could travel over here and it's free. I was like, look, we do have guided tours, and that's how they make some extra money. But come on, man, damn. I was like, everything is crazy. Everything is just like we have to have yo, so it's just like something, bro. Like, come on now. It was just like the problem. Like, this is one of the problems I have with Congress being old, right? And this whole AI thing. Let me switch it up real quick. There's a problem I have with Congress and AI. That AI and Donald Trump want to make it that AI cannot be stopped or any laws can be created to basically slow down the progress of AI for the next 10 years, right? So the problem I have with that is that the thing is right now the hands of AI are in people's hands that are too fucking old to fully understand what they're capable of doing. That's it. You got some 80-year-old that has some like 80-year-old ass views inserting shit into fucking AI to coordinate shit. That's a scary fucking thought. That's scary to me. That's scarier to me than anything else. That's scarier than me doing anything. Imagine fucking a person that had views in 1980. Remember, this is 2024. I'm 40. So imagine adding another fucking 40 years on top of that. And I've seen some shit just throughout my 40 years. I've come from having a fucking Super Nintendo. I was in a generation where the fucking consoles were fucking born to fucking laptops to fucking cell phones to fucking electric cars. Like I seen all this shit happen. He said, "Thank you, Lucky." Just like, bro, I've seen all this shit happen 40 fucking years, and you mean to tell if I were to go back to 40 years from now and see and not know what the future was like and tell it how it is, and then see what the future has become, bro? Come on, imagine that 80-year outlook. Who's this guy? What's your overall outlook of our nation going forward? Do you think the GOP maintains power? I believe that the only way the GOP maintains power is how they handle this Epstein list. That's the only way I think the GOP maintains power. Somebody's going to get axed. Somebody's going to lose their seat. Somebody's going to lose something, but you have to have some sort of accountability because a lot of the stuff that's being questioned, a lot of stuff that's being done is not looking already. No, because the thing is it's not the Epstein stuff has not been botched. The Epstein stuff has just been delayed because they're just trying to clean it up as best they can to make up as much lies as they can. The thing is what's enough is having people in handcuffs. That's what's enough. Having people in handcuffs. There's nothing that's been botched because if you have ties to this person that you've made payments or you were on his island or you flew with him or you hung out with him in his house, whatever the fucking case may be, you need to be locked up. That is how the GOP maintains power. Because the thing is what's gonna happen is is that with the GOP not doing this, you're gonna have Democrats already upset. So they're gonna want to vote in full force now because of the fact that this happened. Then you're gonna have some of the Republicans that voted for this to stay quiet. Those people are probably gonna get voted out. And then you're gonna have the people that want to keep on fighting this and keep on hiding stuff. So the Republican Party is gonna fracture itself more than the fucking Democratic Party. Because the Democratic Party is just fractured, and the only fracture that there really is old heads and young heads in the Democratic Party. That's all the big fuss. You got the old heads and the young heads. You got the AOCs and the Jasmine Crockett's. Then you got the Schumers and the Jeffries and the Pelosi's. That's the problem that the Democratic Party has. The Democratic Party still wants to help people. They don't do a great fucking job, but they do better than the fucking Republicans do when it comes to helping people. But that's the problem that the Democrats have. The Republican Party, though, the Republican Party basically has Reagan Republicans. Then you have just like conservatives. Then you have a MAGA. Then you have Republicans that just ain't going for certain shit. Because that's what Massey is. Massey's a Republican, but he votes basically almost legit 100% of the time Republican. But when he came to fucking pedophiles, he wasn't with it. And that's where the line is gonna be drawn, because there's gonna be a lot of people that are watching this and they're gonna see this information. They're gonna see who's on the list, and we're gonna want people to be arrested. I was just like, people need to be put in handcuffs. People need to be arrested. Those that have ties to him or did something and it's legit proven they did it need to be removed and should be there. The same way on anything. You've been put on fucking investigation, meaning you'll get paid, but somebody else is doing your fucking job. Go the fuck home. You have nothing to do. You got nothing to touch. You under investigation. Be gone till this shit comes through. If your shit comes through, you'll just continue where you left off. That's it. Time bearing, you'll still get your same time. You just don't have the time accrual on that position because you didn't work it. But that's the thing. It's just like that's what needs to happen. Once that happens, once that's taken care of, whole complete different story. But the GOP is just like that's why the Republican Party has always been trying to push it. It was just like most of the time they project what the issues they're having is, and they project it onto the Democrats doing it. Because when they said, "Oh, the party's in shambles," I was like, when they were saying like the Democrats' party was in shambles, is basically because you had the Democrats on one side, the young Democrats that wanted something different, and then the older Democrats that were just like, "Oh, we can't shut down the government," and then here we go. So it's funny that it, it's funny that the shutdown happened the first time around, but the first time around when Chuck Schumer decided to vote to not happen, nobody talks about that part, right? It's funny, isn't it? So they keep on projecting. What's up, dude? That was like they keep on projecting to the next group to basically saying like, "Hey, Democrats, you're fracturing." And no, all it is just old ideologies and new ideologies, and they're just conflicting and they can't get together on it. Whereas you have on the Republican side, you have MAGA ideologies, which believes anything that comes out of Trump's mouth. You have Republicans that are questioning the fact that it was just like, "Yo, my state is actually hurting." You have Republicans that are not okay with pedophilia. And all of these are different things that Republicans are split up across. I was like, and that's what it is. That the MAGA movement is what makes it scarier for the Republican Party. Because the thing is MAGA was a number of people. There's MAGA, and then there was Republicans that voted for Trump because they thought and believed the ignorance, and they thought they believed the lies. Then you had people that were going to be Trumpsters the whole way. The problem is, out of all those people that voted, now that same number that they had voting, all of those are not going to vote the same way. A lot of them are not going to go back and vote again knowing that they got screwed over. Some of them are going to be stupid enough to do it, aka farmers. But they'll do it. That'll happen again. It happened the first time, it happened the second time. Same fucking shit. But some people are going to go back and they're going to vote for it again. They're going to have it happen again. Some of them are just going to keep on there. No, just like it won't happen. I was like, people don't pay attention to it, and that's what happens. MAGA's gonna end up losing steam because the thing is they follow Trump. They don't follow all these other people. They listen to what Trump says. They don't listen to fucking Pete Hegseth. They don't listen to fucking Stephen Miller. They don't listen to anybody of those. They listen to who? They listen to Donald Trump. They listen to the Trump name. They don't listen to Vance, Musk. It was like if Donald Trump says Elon Musk is not going to work with us, everybody in MAGA will be like, yo, fuck Elon, bro. We might have to start burning some shit. Type shit. Just like nah, and Hakeem Jeffries is not Mr. I need to talk like this to make sure that you understand what I'm saying. Cause when I talk like this, you understand that New York City is the best city in the whole world. Nah, bro. Obama didn't talk like that. This dude talk with his hands way too much, and it's just like it's just like he makes it look bad because the thing is, it's just like it's like you can see he has some hood in him, but when he became a professional, in order to keep his professionalism, he had to talk slow. Nah, man, that ain't no diet Obama. A diet Obama would at least be able to talk right. That dude just slow down his hood just to just be like talk slow and talk professional, and then he starts using his hand because he slows himself down. Which is probably I need to start doing that. I need to start talking slower. That way I can drag on for longer, and then that way it was just like instead of me talking for 3 hours on a live, I've only actually spoken for an hour. I need to get high or some shit. That's the only way I'll be able to talk that slow. I can't do that shit otherwise. The fuck? That shit feel weird as fuck. Maybe the Timu version, maybe. Bro, I was mad as shit, bro. I had my fucking plant and I put too much fucking water in the fucking plant. You know when it gets too much water, the little gnats start coming out? Gnats? I'm just buzzing the shit out of all of them. That's it. But the gnats. We don't like gnats. We don't like Nazis either. Just saying. It's like some plants you just don't need to water. The thing is, it's just like here, my window don't give it enough fucking sunlight. So it's just like I thought giving it more water, too much water. Got gnats. Now they're just getting zapped, so it don't matter. Hopefully they grow. Hopefully they don't. We don't know yet. Let's see. Apple cider vinegar and dishwashing liquid will take care of the gnats. As a fellow, how do you feel about what Hexet is doing to the armed forces? As never too much water. Plants are very particular. Yeah, I'd seen with this one because this one doesn't need it. But I'm just zapping this shit, and that shit is gonna die out because it don't need much water. It has enough from the last time. Said as a fellow vet, how do you feel about the what Hexif is doing to the armed forces? Fuck that dude. That's it. Fuck that dude. Dude don't know what the fuck he doing. That's it. end the statement. I don't need to. There's no need to elaborate already. It's like every other fucking shit. Cover the soul for Moat Slayer. Thank you, Kendall. I was just like, fuck that dude. That's it. I ain't got, you don't got to go much into Pete Hegseth. Like, it's like you've seen the terrible shit he's done. You've seen how bad he is at his job already. You went after people. It's just like no experience. Like if you know who Pete Hegseth is and you a military veteran and you've been watching this and you ain't saying fuck that dude, something wrong with you. Something hella wrong with you. Shouldn't need to further explain the shit that this man has been doing. It's just like something wrong with you. As a military vet, you don't got a problem with this dude has been doing. Like you don't have a problem with anything he's done. Damn, bro, you out here fucking up. Yeah, yeah, you know who those vets are, but I don't give a fuck. We're just like, come on, bro, come on, bro. You mean to tell me he's been doing a good job? A good job. So you forgot what classified information meant, huh? Yeah. No, okay, okay. I just wanted to make sure. Just clearance, security clearance. I never had one. Oh, that's okay. You never had one. Okay, got it. It was just like the dude ain't it. The dude ain't it. He don't know what he doing. And it's just like he's making policies and dumb shit. It was just like it's wrong. It was just like he wants to make combat arms just males. And it was just like, bro, if you have females that are fit enough to fucking do it and they want to do it, why the fuck not? It was like they want to serve the country. Let them serve the fucking country to their capabilities. If their capabilities is to keep up with the dudes that you thought were the top notch and she's catching up with them, or she's like, come on, bro. Leave it to the dude that was struggling to do like what 3 fucking pull-ups. The fuck? I was just like, that's yeah. That's what he said. That's also. It was like you want to get rid of all the female fucking combat arms. You want to get rid of shaving profiles because it doesn't look professional. And I was like, look, I'm sorry. The only time people should have the need to fucking shave their fucking beard should be when they are deployed. That's it. When you in garrison, as long as you keep your fucking beard clean, that's it. If you have a fucking CBRN range, you go put your mask on, go through the chamber, do your shit, dip. That's it. Maybe you have to cut your beard maybe 2 times a year or some shit. I was just like, that's crazy. It's like you finding ways to get people out, and then you want to talk about we're gonna back pay all those soldiers that got out because of the fucking COVID vaccine. If you don't shut your bitch ass up, talk about that was an illegal command or illegal. If you don't shut your bitch ass up, I was just like, ask anybody that served in the fucking military, right? Just ask them, what the fuck did they give you that first day in basic? I'll wait. Damn, no responses from anybody. Damn, that's crazy. That's crazy. That's crazy. Motherfuckers is talking about that COVID shot. Like, bro, we came into the military and they just fucking lined us up and had it was like a fucking parade line, just fucking walking by, just like the fuck. I was like, people want to talk all this nonsense, like, oh my God, they got kicked out. It was just like, no, the same way if you didn't take any of your flu things and stuff like that, you would have gotten kicked out too. You were in the military, unless you had a medical condition, you took the flu shot every single fucking year. Bro, it was just like you literally were walking, arm up. Mm, mm, mm. Just like, what the fuck is all this shit? You got, look, you would get shit just because you were going somewhere. Did you know that there was Japanese encephalitis? I sure as hell didn't fucking know. But I'm immune to the shit now. I'm immune to the shit now. It's just like I can go to Japan with no problem. Shit. Oh, okay. It was just like, damn. Now I'm protected. Cool. Fuck am I doing? I'm going to fucking like you go to the Middle East or some shit, and they give you some Japan shit. What the fuck? Then the anthrax shots that you had to get, like I think it was like 5 different ones or some shit, bruh. Bruh. Don't talk to me about fucking COVID shots and not taking them. What the fuck? Man, they gave me all sorts of shit going places. What the fuck? Like, come on now. That's what it is. It's just like people want to make complaints and talk about that, and it's just like, come on, man. I was like, we're not gonna do that here. It was like most of the places aren't. Most of the time, it's just like sometimes these wars are just for resources and to be able to put somebody that they can control, and then be able to give them a McDonald's. Make sure they have a Starbucks, because then you just have more people joining the pipeline. Look at what they did with fucking Gaza. Gaza's gonna be destroyed, and they're gonna try to make that shit the fucking next Las Vegas Strip, but for Jewish people only. It's a different upbringing in a different way. Like once you serve in the military, you see how that structure is, and then me getting out and then studying and understanding and graduating with that shit to understand how politics and policies work. You see the shit how it works, and it's just like certain places just choose not to do what they need to for their country. That's it. Some places put more emphasis into more humanitarian resources, and some don't. Plain and simple. Goes back and forth. Yeah, military soldiers they do that, but they call them contracted out because the thing is what a lot of service members do is that like you have locations over in like these American bases that are overseas, you'll have former service members that'll go and get contracts to serve as security at these locations, and they'll do that for like 6 months on, 6 months off, and they get paid very well for those 6 months, probably in like the six figures for 6 months. And that's what they do. They basically live over there 6 months. They do their security stuff off for 6 months. And some people do that like that, depending if they know the job or they contracting, and that's how they do it. So whenever any new location pops up is like a security forces or something like that, that's what a lot of service members do that. If they find a connection or know anybody that works through there, yeah, that's what it is. It's just gonna be, yeah, that's all it is. That's what it's gonna be because it's gonna be a contract that goes to wherever we go and help. Like same thing. If we end up going to war with Venezuela, Venezuela's gonna be taken over. We're gonna take the resources, and then you're gonna see a lot more fucking production be based out of Venezuela. So basically, it's basically gonna be their labor, but them controlling it, kind of. So instead of them not controlling the country, they're just going to be able to control the country, and we'd be able to probably get labor out of them and get the resources because they have oil and they have a bunch of other resources. Who would you say is an immediate threat to the USA? I think aliens, bro. The whole world acting funny. The the whole world acting funny. The whole world is acting funny right now. I don't, bro. Either something's coming in like the next 5 to 10 years, something. I was just like, I don't even see. I see a threat as like a fucking comet hitting us or some shit like that. I don't even see as like. You got to think about it like this. The thought of nuclear war is scary, but it dismantles everything in creation. See what I'm saying? So like using nuclear war would be fucking beyond like that would be like, hey, we are not planning to repair from this type shit. Cause if each side starts showing that shit off, of just like, bro, there's not gonna be people. You're not gonna have people to exploit, cause everybody's gone. You're not gonna have anything up and running because of the fucking electromagnetic pulse that's gonna come off of that shit. Is gonna fucking decimate everything because you've just decimated everything. And then it's finding which pockets of radiations are available for people. You'll have fucking what is it, fallout without the bunkers. I was just like, I don't know. I was like, that's what this shit is looking like. That's why I was just like, it was just like all these governments are in on all this shit. And the thing is if I say this, y'all might not see me again. Um, but it's just like all this shit is interconnected somehow. There's something I don't know. I can't put it together. I can't find a proof to put it. He said I'm about to talk. I was just like, because the thing is people like to say that, like, with all the nuclear testing and all that stuff, they said that once the nuclear bomb went off, that's supposedly when alien, I guess UFOs were being tracked more, and especially by the government that admitted that it was there. Oh, but that is just like interesting shit there. I was just like, no alien race would come over here and be like, these dumb motherfuckers, man, the fuck out of here. Walk the fuck out. They definitely hit us with the Homer Simpson. Like, talk about they about to introduce themselves and be like, mm, mm-mm. Just straight fade out the picture because that shit was not about to happen. It was like, that is not happening. The thing is what people don't understand. Like, that's the scary part about technology in the future. Right now, we don't know half of the fucking shit that happens in the fucking world. Just like, we don't know shit. We don't know shit. We don't know shit about space. We haven't been able to make it back to the moon because we lost the technology. We lost. Got it. Got it. I guess that's one of those we don't got any more questions. That's just the final. It wasn't a rhetorical. It was a rhetorical. Oh, it's a rhetorical state. Okay, got it. I was like, it's crazy. Just it's just like a lot of shit going on in the world, and it's just like this administration doing one thing. I was just like, cause like I said, over the past 2 weeks since I haven't been on, I was just like, I was just thinking about shit. I was just like, damn. I was just like, you do realize that this is only happening in our country. and I believe there's another 180. They said I've always been more concerned about biochemical warfare than nukes. That was my job, so good thing I have some sort of knowledge on that. But that's the thing, a level of that has a higher chance of probably I would say being used. But the thing is just like a lot of these things are not in controllable spaces, so you don't have a like you can test a lot of these things in control areas. You can test out a nuke in a control area. You can test out biochemical, even though you're not supposed to, because that's against the Geneva Convention. But what country listens to them, right? Um, but they had designated areas where they would try out the explosions and stuff like that. When you have it like that, it's one thing because these are controlled environments. So when they do the testing, it's probably like, hey, they looked at, all right, we're gonna have this explosion. We have this much. Oh, we ain't gonna have no wind or climate is fucking perfect. When they actually shoot the shit off, climate may not be perfect. Climate was perfect when they tested it. With nuclear stuff and biological stuff, anything like that, the wind is a big factor. So if you decide that you have to shoot this shit and the wind is like fucking 20-mile-an-hour gusts one way, that means that whatever got hit in this area is going to travel at least 20 miles an hour that way. And that's something that people don't understand. That means that instead of that nuclear fallout just coming straight back down, no, the wind is going to push it. The same way with anything biochemical, the wind is going to push it. As long as the fucking shit is sustainable in the fucking way it's traveling. But do we even acknowledge that? I don't even know, Ty. At this point, I don't even fucking know. I don't know what the fuck we do anymore. The, yeah, but that's the thing, Busy. It was just like, that's why I was just like, that's why I always feel that the fucking government always has this stuff like they all talk to each other. They just be bullshit, and it's just like a big like I swear we live in a big ass soap opera. That's all it is. That's what I feel sometimes. We in a big ass soap opera. That's all we live in right now. Big ass soap opera. Motherfuckers don't follow shit, bro. That's the thing. It's just like when you become it's basically when you become so powerful and so rich, you just don't listen to anybody. That's what it is with a lot of these people. They just be have so much money that it's just like, bro, I'm getting this. Yeah, like I'm getting this type shit. And these people don't have no remorse, don't and anything. Like, come on, like it's crazy. You're watching General Hospital, and that's what I'm saying. It's just like it just happens that way, but it's interesting to see that. Very interesting to see that when that shit happens like that. But what you gonna do? Talk about it, which I do. Gets me nowhere, but so I'm just working on stuff while chatting it up with y'all, cause shit is still changing no matter what. She can't get millions of people. The thing is that's the well, that's what we have in this country right now. Busy. It's just like you can't fix shit because you got millions of people that are okay with the shit going on. Millions of people that are okay with what's going on. Not even no fuck giving nothing. Like they entirely agree with everything going on. And just like you can't fix that. And same thing what I said with this whole Epstein and all this fucking shit coming out. I was just like, you can't control none of that shit because these people are still gonna decide to be the same way they are. They're gonna be like, oh, that was in his past. That was in his past. He's a changed person now. If you don't get the fuck out my face, that bullshit. Ty, what do scholars know? Scholars. The fuck? Fuck do they know? It's fucking educated people. The fuck they thinking? The fuck? They think we gonna listen to them? The fuck out of here. Scholars. Why, bro? Who wrote that shit? You did? Fuck no, I ain't believing that shit. Fuck out of here. Hell no. All right, Cobra. Appreciate it, man. Get the fuck out of here. Scholars? Experts? In that field? Nah, bro. I know what the fuck I'm talking about. It's the type of shit these people do. Like, bro, there's no winning like that. The fucking civilization. You got chat. We just don't. They're just like, bro, if we let these people win, civilization will definitely be in a downfall. Because when you don't want to listen to the experts, you don't want to listen to the fucking educated people or the people that are scholars that have spent decades studying a specific topic, researching it, observing it, and like analyzing it, all sorts of shit, running all sorts of fucking numbers and experiments on it with fucking Python or fucking R stu. Like, come on, bro. And be like, nah, I don't trust them. The fuck? I was just like, it's not just one. It's like a bunch of them. Like, if you would tell me it was just one dude, he mad. Well, something came out, he mad. But when you got a group of people telling you the same shit, like, bro, we kind of, this ain't looking too good. And then you like, no, I know what I'm talking about. I've done this before. Like, bro, we've studied this. You're gonna tell probably like about 60, 70 years of fucking research and fucking education between a bunch of scholars. Like, yeah, y'all don't know what the fuck y'all talking about. The fuck? I was just like, look, busy. We in a bad place when you have anybody that has no fucking education in a specific background can tell you and preach about shit. And that's where we were fucking in a bad place. When you had people like Joe Rogan getting fucking attention. You had fucking Charlie Kirk getting attention. You had whatever on the Democratic side getting attention. Like, bro, man, if y'all don't. I was just like, y'all don't even got a degree in this, and y'all talking like y'all fucking supreme experts. Like, I talk on shit. I'm not a supreme expert, but I got some knowledge on the shit. But if I don't know, I'm gonna just be like, I don't know. I'm not just gonna come up with some crazy shit. But some of these people is just like they came up with it. Somebody told them something and they ran with it. The person that they told them, or the person that told them that, they didn't even verify or check to see if it was actually legit. They just run with it. Like, what? What the fuck? You know what I'm saying? I don't know. It was just like, that's the thing, is just like people need to understand that you can say you don't know how to do shit. It's a lot easier. It's gonna save you a lot of fucking problems. Or it can help you. If you gotta play dumb, that's different. But if you dumb and you don't know it, that you're not playing dumb. That's just gonna be how it is. It's just like you need to figure that shit out. You just have to figure that shit out. It's not gonna happen if it doesn't happen the other way. That's it. I was just like, it's one thing, like you said, busy, like to keep somebody else's truth and have somebody else see their truth and then cause your statement to be an opinion when it can be the fact. It could go either way though. But if a person is just stuck on their truth but doesn't want to actually pay attention to actual fact, then there's a problem. Because then the thing is anything that they're told that they want to believe in or are led to believe in, they will think as wholeheartedly the truth. When actuality, it could be farthest from the truth. It could be a lie. And that's what we have with MAGA a lot of the times. They got a lot of visualizations. People see them. But MAGA will do what it MAGA does. And that's why I was just like, yeah, that's why you just got to leave them alone. When MAGA was just like, that's why if they come in here, I'm not paying attention to them. I had to do that again. It was just like, you talk about them, but don't fucking pay attention to them. Because it's like, there's no discussion to be had with you if you don't want to talk facts. If you don't have a solution for anything that you've been complaining and arguing about, it's kind of difficult to be successful. I was like, I don't know how you expect to fix anything if the whole time you just want to be argumentative instead of coming up with any fucking. I was like, no, I don't mind leaving them there because then it populates the algorithm. But the thing is that's what populates the algorithm for me is me talking shit to them. I'm just tired of that shit. I was just like, that shit burns me out just talking fucking stupidity to these people. Because literally that's what it is. It's just like you continue with the shit and it's just like, let them talk or don't pay attention to it. I imagine it would even though the thing is I have to have fun with this shit. Because it's the amount of stupidity that comes from some of these people is funny. But that's what it is. I'll talk my shit. I'll keep talking my shit. But it's just like at that point, it's just like even like I'm wasting time trying to talk shit to dumbasses that don't have fucking any kind of solution. You don't have any solution to be successful. You come up with stuff, and it's just like it's always information that they just happen to find, but nobody else has come up with or heard of or spoken on. It was just like, where the fuck you get this shit from? I was like, everybody else is talking about all this shit. You came up with this? It was just like, it was like, you want to make all these changes? Yeah, they be lying the whole fucking time, but there's certain things that they be lying on that they know will catch more heat from people than the other stuff. And then the other stuff, they just lay back and be like, oh, I see what you was doing. I got you type shit. I was just like, oh, you caught me. You caught me. I'll take this away. I'll take this away. And then they'll put like six more different things. And then there's like two of them that they really want to do, but you stuck with the first four. That's how they operating right now. Although you keep throwing so much shit out there, and it's just like it's gone. Bro, you keep shooting your shot. You gonna make a couple in. If you shooting your shot, a couple gonna go in. Some of them you ain't even think was gonna go in, but it's like, hey, my 2026 is gonna have way less media. Mine is gonna have media, but it's not gonna be the same shit busy. I'm gonna still be doing lives. I'll still talk shit here and there, but it'll just be like chats like this, just to chat on shit and just like, keep up with people and stuff like that. Um, we'll have guest panels, have like certain topics. But this whole arguing with these people, I'm not doing that shit for 3 years. 3 years? Oh, this fuck no, I'm not doing that. That's not good for anybody's mental health to deal with stupidity for that fucking long. So I'm cutting that shit there. Just like the beginning of the year is gonna be mostly fucking the veteran stuff. I'll be on. I'll be doing these TikToks. I'll be on YouTube at the same time. And then sometimes it might be that we do gaming, play some games with veterans or with people that want to hang out and chill, play games. Might do those in the evening. And it's just veteran chats and stuff like that. I was just like, it's gonna be an interesting year. So that's what I'm gonna dedicate myself to doing. I was just like talking to MAGA. There's no point to that. There's no point. And the thing is just like if TikTok were, if I were to actually make something off of TikTok, I would probably devote more time into it. But TikTok doesn't pay out as, like, I do better on YouTube. So YouTube will probably be the priority. That'll be the main channel, and then from there, I'll still have the TikTok. I still have to grow the fucking veteran one now, um, over because I got everything on the same tag. But even then, I was just like, it's just the thing is just like, because that's how I am. You already know. I always tell people that I don't want y'all to give gifts. If y'all do, give the heart me so that my team members go up. That's it. Gifts, otherwise, that's why I don't pay attention to it. The reason I like YouTube more is because the thing is I'll make money if y'all watching because ads. Well, not right now because I'm not monetized on that account. But if I monetize on the account, then it's different. And then that's what I'm saying. The rhetoric is gonna be going. I'm gonna calm down on the whole political stuff because of the fact that I may just start using that veteran account for these streams just to talk, chat, and shit like that, just as like a veteran, just people chit chat, talk about shit, and do it that way. So I don't have to grow an entirely new account, but might do it anyway. We'll see. But that's the thing. People could just watch me on YouTube, and if I'm monetized on it, I get ad revenue off of that. So you don't have to put any money in. So you don't have to gift. You can also, the same way you do it on Twitch, TikTok, and YouTube, you can gift people stuff. It's not necessary. You want to donate, you can donate. You want to gift, go ahead. I'm not stopping you. But it's just easier on YouTube because of the fact that videos watched get paid. Here it's just like I make videos and sometimes I just get shadow banned. I was like, because y'all see most of my videos is just like, I got 16,000 followers, but I can't get none of my videos to be seen by 1,000 people. That's crazy to me. I was just like, and with the amount of shit I be saying, you're not gonna tell me that people ain't gonna listen to what I got to say. Like, it's just like I'm not saying shit that don't make no sense. So it's just like it's crazy to me that it's just like I don't get enough views from here. TikTok, YouTube is different, but when it's more concentrated on veteran stuff, I know it'll do better. Oh yeah, yeah, because there's no way that it's just like the conversations I have and the stuff I know and the way I am. I was just like, maybe it's because I am too ignorant towards these people. Maybe I gotta clean it up some. That's what it might be. I'm too uncivilized with these people. That's why they get upset. Um, but yeah, that's next year. It's gonna be different priorities. Different priorities. I got goals set in mind. I got stuff I plan to do. Hey, I'm open to it. Black, I'm open to it. I'm open to any collab or just jumping on with anybody and having a chat and stuff like that. I got no problem doing that. Thing is sometimes it's like certain panels I just don't like. It's difficult because the thing is just like on somebody else's panel, if somebody else is saying some dumb shit, I can't cut them off. That pisses me off. That pisses me off. It's like nah, because I don't want to keep on hearing no stupid ass shit. I can't tell them, yo, bro, shut the fuck up. That's bullshit. Like, you know, it's full of shit. I can't do that on somebody else's panel. And that's why you don't really see me jumping in other people's panel because it's just like I don't have the same patience. Yeah, Vegas, that also works. That also works too, and it's also good. But the thing is just like those can work, but the thing is like it's the same way as having those panels, but I don't want it to be that it's uneven because those times I don't want it to be that Maga tries to show up and try to say something or actually have a conversation, and it's like a fucking 4-on-1 type shit because that shit happens way too many times. And the thing is I'm not popular enough to have fake ass people come and talk nonsense because it's just it is good to do that, but then it's just like I need to be in the vibe for that to just hang out. Because sometimes I want to chat with people, and then sometimes it's just like I might have to do that, the music panel. But that I think I would do it for the people that are part of the team or have subscribed or people that I know that are always here. Yeah, I would probably be able to put requests in. I was like, that's the only way you could do it. If you've been here for a while and I recognize you, you can do requests on the song. Yeah, I give people like an hour cooldown or some shit. I was like, because if it's a lot of y'all and y'all all asking for songs, I ain't gonna hear y'all song regardless for a while. But at least it'll give it a break and stuff and let the music I have playing. But something like that just to hang out and shit, I'm definitely down doing that. That would probably be like a good like Friday night, Saturday night type shit. Have some couple of drinks or some shit and just like cool out, play music. So now that's where you find me on TikTok talking music, doing trivia. I can because that's an easy way of doing it. I know I can stream that to every single platform except for YouTube. But I have to see because the thing is I have to see now is what if I stream to YouTube. Oh no, because then it'll give me a strike. Nah, never mind. Because what I was thinking is basically I'll record from YouTube that way, and then have the music, and then the recording will not have the music, and then submit that as the video, and then just do that like a Friday night. It was just like, hey, we just music requests and chilling, and that's it. Yeah, that's why with YouTube, like right now, there's no music playing on YouTube right now. I was like, but I've been listening to music the whole time. That's why I have it on. But YouTube, I was like, it's the same thing. The same thing with Twitch. Twitch is the same thing that you're not supposed to play music, but the difference is that when you go on to like OBS or you're streaming, whatever you're streaming off of, you can put it that the video that Twitch keeps is the one without the fucking music. So that way when it goes back up, the music is only on when you are streaming. So once it goes to Twitch, it stays that way. Everything else doesn't have that ability. So if you record on YouTube and play on YouTube, the music will play. Same thing with TikTok. If I record it, same thing. But the thing is that TikTok doesn't leave these recordings for a while. The reason I have it on YouTube for this one is also it's just like, hey, imagine one day I do blow up or whatever the case may be, and I got a whole bunch of people, y'all will see all the same shit I've been talking from day one. That's the whole purpose of this, basically. Because like, y'all gonna see the whole bullshit from day one. I was like, damn, that's what Cruz started out talking shit. Now he's even talking more shit. Like, God, hey, they have Twitch, they have Kick. There's a whole bunch of stuff. I'm trying to maximize. Well, I'm trying to maximize what I know I'm capable of doing, and I know how I'm capable of growing that. Well, just like I have the capabilities of doing that, and it's just I'm trying to make it that I can stream to every platform, have nothing wrong, nothing go wrong, and then that way, literally every stream I'm on, every platform gets it all at the same time. So that way I can start building different. It's just like, hey, maybe you don't watch Twitch, but you watch YouTube. I'll pop on YouTube. You don't watch TikTok, same thing, and it'll grow it that way. But everything will probably be funneled to YouTube. So have everything just funneled to YouTube. TikTok is the best for getting your shit out to people. That's the one thing. But when they decide to shadow ban you and they don't want to give you shit, it's crazy. Cause like this video I made. Hold on, let me see how it's doing because I haven't checked it. I was like, you mean to tell me the video that I made that people was just like, I was like, if you watch TikTok sometimes and you see it, I was just like, if you had a little less morals, you would probably be making more money on TikTok. And you mean to tell me that's not going to resonate with everybody? And I only got 260 views? Come on now. Get the fuck out of here. You mean to tell me that isn't like relleno de papa? Gracias. Como siempre. There you have it, folks. It was like, bro, it's just yeah. The amount of money that sometimes people just be like, bro, you know, if you had a little bit less morals, you wouldn't be in this predicament. I was like, you know what? Mm. So what's a couple of videos? It's just a couple, right? Shit paid off the house. What you want me to do? It's just like can't be. I'm sorry. I'm not mad at them. I'm not mad at them. I can't be. I can't be. You just can't. You just strictly can't. You just can't. I'm sorry. Can't be mad at them. They hustled their way into their house being paid off. Shit. That's what I'm saying. Have a couple of good. Have a couple of have a couple of good times. End up on the beach somewhere with your own house, glass windows, glass walls, bruh. Couple of times. She. That's what it is though. But I'm just saying. Just saying. That's what it is. It's just like it was like I can't get views on that one. Can't get views on the stuff. So it's just like okay, if we can't get any views, then it's just like we got to just start game plan. What would my brothers think? Nothing when they have a new fucking Porsche in their front door. They'll be like, "How you make this money?" Don't ask these questions. Don't ask. You don't ask questions to the answers you don't want. And then that's it. They won't say nothing else. They got a whole new car. It's just like the pastor brother would have just told me. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. It's fun. It's lucrative the amount of money some of these people be making. That shit's crazy. And be like, look, now you can take that nice car I just fucking bought you. You could take your ass to a job and pay the rest of your bills. How about that? How is that helping you today? I'm saying it's crazy. It's craziness. I was just like, bro, it's nope, take the car. Can't come to your lives anymore. Hey, those are we grown ass people. Like everybody's grown. The thing is if you are not, if you are doing that, it was just like, look, if you doing it, and you making money, you making money. I'm not mad at you. I'm not mad at you for doing. If that's the if that's the fucking hustle you had to pull, and that hustle's working for you, and you living the life you wanted to live, and you living happy, and you, by all means, as long as you ain't hurting nobody, hurting yourself, do you, boo boo, do you. And it was like that's it. Shit, there's people. Don't people buy like feet pics or some shit like that? Like if motherfuckers is doing that, something about buy a stormtrooper mask and do it. Look at that shit. Oh damn, fuck. Yo, that's a note for some people. Well, not really, depending on what you buy. Yeah, for most people that'll be a note. And I was like, what? Y'all got a month paid for my car just because of? Come on now, that's how people do this shit. I was like, I ain't mad at you. What the fuck? You ain't hurt nobody. Somebody was wanted that, I guess. I'm gonna catch me doing that shit. The fuck, bro? And here I am talking shit to fucking MAGA, and I haven't even made $500 on TikTok. I'll be choosing the wrong careers, bro. be be choosing the wrong fucking careers. I haven't even made $500 off of fucking TikTok, and she did that shit by just getting. Imagine that, getting your fucking feet done and then going to the club after. That's all you did. You went, got your feet done, took some pictures, then went to the club with the same money you just made off of she. And that's I'm gonna start doing that next summer and get in shape this summer. I'm gonna this winter getting in shape. I was just reading that Trump wants to end the SAVE program for student borrowers. That man want to get rid of everything. Like that man just want to get rid of everything. The thing is the what people need to realize with all these fucking things, they are trying to get rid of the whole thing in its entirety. The thing is that you just can't start and get rid of the whole thing. You have to do it in pieces. It has to be done in parts. So you got to get rid of some part of it, because then if that's not justifiable, then since that got removed, it allows something else to not be justifiable, be used in that same manner. See what I'm saying? Oh, I can't see my cat. He's like, lay the fuck up. That's the thing. It's just like it's to remove the student loan borrowers. They want to get it out of the Department of Education, because then the thing is at the state level, meaning that what they're gonna try to do. This is at least this is my thought process with it. With the state level, what they're gonna do is that they're gonna try to get it into banks that way. So the thing is it's state funded and not at the federal level where the federal level is being placed. It'll be at the state. So now you would own the state. So instead of owing the federal government, it's most likely you're gonna own the state directly. But the thing is, it's not gonna be that 2% fucking interest. It's gonna be higher because of the fact that you are now going. Basically, it's gonna be like a privatized loan that isn't through the federal government. It's going to be a private loan on the outside for school through a bank, which is that's what's gonna really get you. That's what you're gonna end up having to pay money. But then the thing is since there's no Department of Education, that also removes the federal funding from grants, the Pell Grant, any kind of FAFSA, all that stuff. It makes it even more difficult for people to acquire education because of the fact that now you're giving it to the state to manage it, and then the state has been doing a bad job since they managing it the whole time. It's only gonna get worse for people. I was like, and that's the thing. It's just like it's always those are the arguments that they use that MAGA can't explain. Because how are you gonna say that we shouldn't pay for student loans because we shouldn't pay for other people, but then when the farmers are going bankrupt, we pay for them. When the bank goes bankrupt, we pay for them. When somebody else, this is fucked up to say, but when somebody else's house gets fucking taken over by a tornado, why the fuck am I paying for it? See how fucked up that sound? When they get hit by a hurricane, why the fuck am I paying for it? Why the fuck am I paying for it? I didn't get hit by a hurricane. Why's my tax dollars going over there? See what I'm saying? That's it's just like an ignorant talking point that they have, but it doesn't fix anything. Because the thing is if you're paying student loans, that means that this generation right now, you know what it is that for most of these people that are going to these high priced education, they're paying $200, $300 a month for the next 10 years. That's a lot of money when you add it up for 10 years. I was like, you arguing you shouldn't be paying for anybody else's stuff. You shouldn't be worried about paying it for everything else because there's other stuff that you pay. Like you don't pay for all these billionaires to be subsidized, do you? You pay for that. What the fuck is the difference there? You pay for our military to do what you do. You don't get to say what happens with the military. So you shouldn't pay any taxes because you don't know where it's going to. But then when you know where it's going to, that's going to benefit the people because you're going to have all these people that are not making these payments that would now be able to put that money back into the economy. Because the thing is you really think all these people are going to save $300 a month for the next fucking 10 years? Fuck no. Not if they wages ain't fucking going up. Not if the shit ain't changing. Like, that's crazy. Crazy talk. It's like there's different instances that go with that, but that's crazy talk. But that's what people want to do, and that's what people want to go off of. It's just like nobody wants to pay for somebody else's student loans. Nobody wants to pay for anything else. So then there should be no fucking bailouts. If that's the case, nobody should get bailed out. Farmers, hey, do better next time. Whoever takes over, do a better job. If that's the case, if that's the fucking case that people want to make, that they're just like, oh, student students went to college to get a better education to go into a field that can benefit the United States. Because if you go to a college, that gives you that, right? But you're gonna take benefits away from them. That's like it's always something. It's always something, always somebody coming up with something. So it's just like keep that in mind. It's a lot of dumb shit. But yeah. But all right, Joe. I'm gonna cut out. Let this rock out. Oh, you woke up. Nice of you to join us. But yeah, that'll be it. But it's the same stupid stuff, and it's just like having these conversations is a continuous thing. It's always the same thing over and over again. Um, where the thing is whoever comes afterwards is gonna have to try to play 52 card pickup, but there's gonna be like 300 cards, and he's only gonna have to be able to do 52 in his time period. Try to fix stuff. Because a lot of stuff is just gonna get turned around. A lot of stuff will get taken off, but a lot of the stuff is still gonna change. Um, and that's what it's gonna look like. Because if Democrats win over whatever all these changes that have happened, they're gonna go back to court, and then they're gonna be trying to seen again. Since some of these got seen now, they won't be seen for a couple of years. But the way this Supreme Court is working, they should be able to push anything through right now. These motherfuckers working quick. 40 fucking years, and this is the fastest I've ever seen Congress and fucking the Supreme Court work in fucking decades. We'll see how it continues. But as always, be good to one another, take care of one another, look out for one another, love one another, stay marvelous while doing it, y'all. I appreciate y'all. Y'all be good. Peace. Shit like froze on me, it look like. I'll catch y'all around. Y'all be safe. Have a good rest of y'all week. It's Friday tomorrow, so maybe we do one of those live music chit chat joints tomorrow. We'll see. We'll see what we do. Y'all have a good one. Peace.